Hello, it's me James, and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks, and tutorials, and of course, I like to do this in complete survival. In today's video, I'm going to go through 7 bugs and glitches that is currently working in the latest version of the game. That being said, let's jump straight on into the video. For glitch number 1, we have the portal duplication glitch. This glitch will duplicate any item in the game. All you need to do is set yourself a nether portal up and make sure it is safe both sides of the nether portal. So of course the overworld is safe and the nether side is safe. In addition to this, you are gonna want some items to duplicate. I'm just gonna duplicate some illegal blocks, as you can see here. And I should also mention you can do this with a shulker box or a chest. Now obviously it's going to be a little bit easier if you've not got any shulker boxes to do the chest, but it is going to be more efficient to do this with full shulker boxes of stuff. What we're going to want to do is go through to the other side. Remember, we already know that it is safe and ready to do the glitch. As you can see, it is all safe and sound. At this point, what I'm going to do is stand on this side of the portal like this and simply save and quit. This is going to make the game remember this point in time. As you can see, this little picture here, we're standing exactly in front of the portal. Now when we log on, we're going to want to go through the portal, but just before we get teleported to the overworld, we're going to place down our shulker box, and it should look a little bit like this. So we are going to log on just like this, and as soon as we load in, we're going to go through the portal. It could be a good idea to hold the items you want to duplicate, but just as we go through, we're placing down that shulker box so we do not have it, and then of course we want to exit out of the game. Now I did actually wait a little bit long to exit out of the game because I was talking. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that does work, and yeah, most of the time it does work for me, but I did take a little bit long there to actually exit out of the game. So fingers crossed. I mean, yeah, fingers crossed it works. Like I say, it doesn't normally work all of the time. So, I mean, there's only one way to find out. Let's have a little look. As you can see, we have the items in my inventory just there, and if we go through to this side, fortunately enough it did work. We have the items that I placed down, so there's 2 shulker boxes in a matter of seconds. Now to get this to work with the chest, it's basically the same process. All you're going to want to do is place a chest here like so. Make sure you've got the items you want to duplicate in your inventory. We're going to save and quit in front of the chest. This time we're going to walk backwards into the portal once we log on. So we're going to log on like this and then throw the items into that chest, and once we've done that, we are going to go back into the portal just like this. So I'm just going to put both of these in and a couple of items like that. I'm going to go back into the portal. Remember, as soon as we get to the overworld, we're going to want to exit out of the game. So I'm just going to exit out. I waited a couple seconds. I mean, I don't think it matters. You've seen the first time I took a few extra seconds, should I say, to exit out of the game. But this time, I mean, I did it a little bit faster, so let's see if it had a huge impact. We just got to wait for it to load. Fingers crossed it does not take too long. And I've got all the items back in my inventory, as you can see. And then we have all of the items inside the chest. There's glitch number 1, an every item duplication glitch. Glitch number 2, to breed an allay, you actually need to make it dance via playing some music, just like this. However, once I break this, the allays here will continue to dance, as you can see, and there is a very good reason for this. There is actually music playing, or at least was music playing, in the form of this disc just here, as you can see. Now, the reason they were still dancing is because that disc had actually finished playing, and once the music stops, they actually continue to dance. This is a really handy bug because if you don't want to listen to music whilst you're breeding all the time, I mean, yeah, you can constantly leave the disc in here on one of these machines like this, and then, yeah, make yourself a little alley farm. I'll very quickly wait for this song to stop so you can see this thing in full effect. And there we go. That is the end of the song, and you can see the allays will continue to dance. And as I said before, this does mean we can breed each and every one without any music. Number 3, sticking to the Allay theme. Now, if you have a bunch of blocks laying around, we're just going to use chicken for this example, and then you're using a bunch of alleys like this, you will find that the alleys will start to pass the chicken to each other, and you cannot actually get all of your chicken for a little while. Now, eventually, you do get it like this, but if I just throw some more like this, and then continuously move around like this, well, not even move around, sometimes you don't have to, look. You can see that they will actually pass it to each other. Obviously, this is not great because you're going to want all of your chicken back, but sometimes they're just constantly grabbing the chicken. So, you can see for a good, I don't know, 10 seconds now, I've had 12 bits. Oh, I've got 18 bits, so I've managed to get a few bits back. I think that's all the chicken that I had, but you can see it took a little while. Kind of annoying. I'm not really sure how this could be fixed. Maybe just using less allays, but I kind of want to use an army of allays. Number 4 is actually how I found number 3. So if we go over here, I'm currently making an Allay cube. This is a cube that will completely immobilize allays. As you can see, these guys cannot move anymore. They're just completely stuck. And I think you could probably use this for some kind of decoration, or I don't know, maybe in a storage system. Me personally, I'm just making this block for now, but I'm going to show you how to do it very quickly. So I've got my army of chicken allays. We're going to come here, and all I'm going to do is throw down my chicken through here, and hopefully one of these allays will go in between the cracks. And we're going to continue to throw the chicken like this. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. We've got an allay in the gap right now. What we're going to want to do is take away any items and take away its item. And now that allay is completely immobilized. The reason why this is because of the half slabs. Now, let me show you where I originally found this one. So, I found this because of how I've got my OP villager trading station set up. As you can see, I kind of had this half slab decoration here. And what this did was trap this allay just here like so. And I was like, oh, damn. That is actually pretty nice. Now, you can see why this works, because technically this is not a full block, and that's not a full block, so it's like in between two blocks. So for whatever reason, it totally jams the allay up. For example, if I give this one some chicken again, and then, you know, take off all of this chicken from all of these guys. If I throw this chicken down now, that guy here will be able to pick it up if it's close enough, but if I throw it over here, he will still very much get... Hey, how did he get chicken? He will still very much be interested in the chicken, but he will be trapped by this half slab design, as you can see. So he cannot get out no matter what, even if he wants to come and get the chicken. You can see he does actually still try and pass me the chicken once he's got that. You see, if I throw some chicken at him like that, he's going to pick that chicken up. And then once I go towards him, look, it will throw the chicken. Kind of lands behind him like that. But, it's kind of cool, kind of weird. I'm not really sure what we can use this for. Oh, yeah, one more thing. For some reason, this section here does not immobilize the alleys. Only this section and that section and, of course, the section above will immobilize the alleys. This one here does not immobilize the alleys. I assume because that's like a full block. That is actually a full block, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah. Also, if you put a block above the allays, Alright, no. Oh, yeah. They can move. Look, they can fully escape. So, I don't know how that works. So, that is number 4, the Allay Immobilizer. Next on the list, we have powdered snow logged bubble columns and vines. These are super, super handy for getting into bases. You can make yourself a secret base entrance, or you can put them in your museum like I've done. Now, this thing I accidentally made, but it's actually quite fun to go up and down. This probably could be used in some form of mini game. This one over here is kind of exactly the same. However, this one totally just, like, pulls you down, as you can see. One of my personal favorite is the snow-logged vine. You can use this as some kind of entrance, but I've used it in a decorative way, like that. And, of course, it is still fully accessible. So you can go through the snow. It makes the snow, like, non-freezable as well, so you don't get frozen anymore going through the snow, which is pretty nice. And all you need to do this is a block, a vine, or of course a bubble column, depending on which one you want, a dispenser, a piece of redstone to activate the dispenser, and of course a bucket of powdered snow, or a powdered snow bucket. So we're going to place down our solid block, place our vine on our solid block. We are then going to place a dispenser in front with our powdered snow and then activate our dispenser, and it quite literally is as simple as that. That is our vine just there. You can see the little line, and if I were to go down like this, I can even show you the vine inside the block just like that. Number 5, snow log blocks. For number 6, I've come to the Nether, and we're actually going to get onto the Nether roof. But this time, I'm not going to use my holes that are already in there. I'm going to find another way. I'm going to dig a little bit around because we need to find a little area that is going to work for us. So what I shall do is dig around a little bit, and I'll be back as soon as I find the perfect area. This is nowhere near perfect, but this will actually do. I'm currently standing on 124. You can see that this block here would be 125, and here is another block that will be 126. Now what I'm going to do is place my boat on the 125 one and then get in the boat. Okay, so I'm going to get on the boat like this, and then I'm going to get out the boat and then continuously jump like so. You may need to use your rockets a little bit just to break the last block like so. We'll break out of the last block, but then you will actually get yourself into the Nether, or at least on top of the Nether roof, should I say. Sometimes you can do it a little bit smoother than that, but for the most part, that is how you would get onto the Nether roof. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about. If you didn't know, on the Bedrock Edition, yeah, we cannot do anything on the Nether roof. In fact, the height limit for building is 128, and we're standing on the height limit, so we can't place any blocks. We cannot use this for anything apart from the thing that I use it for is just traveling around because it's super easy to get about. However, I think I found another use for the Nether roof for Bedrock players, especially if you're on a multiplayer kind of realm or SMP or something like that, and you kind of want to protect your stuff. So if you didn't know, you can actually place down boats on top of the Nether roof, and now we have the chest boat in the game, right? So I was thinking maybe we could use this as a secret hiding spot for all of our goodies, like this dispenser and these bones and these arrows and this dirt. You know, all of our good stuff that we can leave behind, we can just place it in this boat and leave it there. I mean, who on earth's gonna think to come and check the Nether roof for a boat with stuff in? I mean, I think it's a pretty good hiding spot, especially on Bedrock, considering everybody knows that nobody really comes up here because there's no point, if that makes sense. I mean, I think I'm onto something here. Let me know if you think this is a good idea. I mean, me personally, for, like I said, realms and servers, I think this is pretty decent. I can see Anarchy users, like, using this to hide their stashes. I mean, I think it's pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For the final glitch, I'm going to show you another duplication glitch. This glitch will work on realm servers and normal worlds. I've already got this set up in the end, so let's go ahead and have a little look right now. As you can see, we are on the Obsidian spawn platform that is on the east side of your main end island. Of course, mine is gone. We removed it. At the moment, I've got this little setup down here. Now, I've got a little bit of information which can make things a little bit easier for you. What I'm going to do is take my totem out and show you this pack that I've got on. As you can see, this pack right now is a chunk pack. This will show me every single chunk, and all of the items that are just there are in their own chunk. So this is a separate chunk. If I were to go that side, it is a brand new chunk with those items in. Now, just to be 100% clear, with the beacons, as you can see, every one of these items that stick out here on top of the little glass beams are in their own chunk. At this point, once we've got our items set up like this, remember, we can do any block in the game. What we're going to want to do to save these, it has changed once again. We're going to want to go through to the overworld. That means we're going to need to use a portal, meaning the center end portal, and then we're going to want to go back to the end, and that will save the blocks in place. At this point, the blocks have been saved in position, and we are free to actually remove them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, another little tip is don't make these little bits out of glass because they do take a little while to actually remove. So what I'm going to do is remove these blocks as fast as I can, and then of course remove the glass that they were sitting on. Try not to lose any of the blocks. Of course, the bottom path doesn't matter too much, but the ones that you're duplicating, you want to try and keep. Okay, so I'm on the final one. As you can see, and this one is going to be sticky pistons. All I've got to do is remove these, and then I will remove the path, and as soon as I've done that, I'm going to go back through to the overworld. Now, you must do this time. I have no idea why they keep changing it, but I mean, I don't know if they intentionally keep changing it. So at this point, we've got all of the blocks. I'm going to go back through to the overworld, and then, of course, come back through to the end. Alright, sweet. I've just come back through to the end, as you can see, with the little message in the corner. And all of our blocks, apart from some of our beacons, have actually respawned. I'm thinking it's because of the timing it takes to remove them, but all of the other blocks have actually respawned, apart from the heads of the pistons. But what happens is, once you actually break them again, the heads of the pistons come back as normal. As I said, all of the blocks have actually regenerated. All you have to do now is simply go through the portal instead of flying all the way down there. So there we go. There are 7 more bugs and glitches in the current version of the game. Remember, if you have any bugs and glitches, feel free to put a comment down below. But that is all I've got time for today. I will catch you on the next one.